Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Who Wants to Get $5? The world's only game show where you can get $5 whole dollars. Presented by, of course, Phenicie Esports, the world's only esports organization. With us today, we have a very special guest. We have with us Will. Will, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's an honor to be here.
It is. It really, really is. So what do you do for work?
I work for Raytheon.
Raytheon, well, that is a name we love to hear on this show. Their commitment to staying on the bleeding edge of defense technology is something that I think all of us can take from really in our daily lives. You, of course, as an employee of Raytheon, and myself as a game show host, and our viewers as people who do whatever they do. Before we start, let me take a moment to explain our lifelines and how they work. The first lifeline is the 100-0, where we narrow the answers down from 4 to 1. The second lifeline is the classic phone a friend, where you can phone a friend in for a little bit of help if you get stuck on a question. The third lifeline is the switcheroo, where if you get so stumped on a question, you can just toss it in the trash and we'll replace it with a different question. And the last lifeline is the phone an enemy, where you call someone who hates you and whatever happens kind of just happens. So, Will, are you ready to get $5?
I am ready.
Fantastic. Then let us get into these questions. Question 1. Why was Apu written out of The Simpsons? A. He was too dope. B. He wasn't dope enough. C. He had weird vibes. Or D. Other. Explain at length, including any relevant cultural and/or political context.
Well, he was pretty dope, but he did have weird vibes. I can't put my finger quite on why. Maybe because he was grocery store owner. And as an employee of Raytheon, we don't take too kindly to, convenience stores. I can't really explain why. It's company policy.
Are you leaning toward anything right now? Any of these answers really speaking to you?
I might go with, let's see. I might say answer C. He had weird vibes.
C, he had weird vibes. Are you locking that in?
I'm going to lock that in.
I'm sorry to say, but that is correct. Apu had weird vibes, and that is in fact why he was written out of The Simpsons. Will, you have won 50 cents so far? Let's move on. Question 2. What is Dr. Dre's favorite cereal? A. Fruit Loops. B. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. C. Frosted Flakes. And to be clear, those are the Walmart branded Frosted Flakes, which are still called Frosted Flakes. Or D. Awesome Munchers.
Dr. Dre. Let's see. It could be Cinnamon Toast Crunch because, Dr. Dre would love a good sweet cinnamony breakfast cereal.
He would.
I won't say Fruit Loops. Dr. Dre doesn't seem too kind on fruits. Yeah,
and fruity things, people, etc. Looking toward the bottom of the list, maybe Frosted Flakes or Awesome Munchers could be.
Dallas, I think I'd like to use a lifeline.
Fantastic. What are you using?
I will use Phone a Friend.
Phone a friend. All right. Get your phone out, call your friend, and we will meet you back here in one moment. And we are back with Will's friend, Sai. Sai, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I love everyone.
That is right. And do you know what is on the line for your friend Will?
Love.
Love, and more importantly, money. About 50 cents of it so far, and $5 if he plays his cards right. So Will's calling you right now for help on a question. I will read the question out to you, and then also read out the answers. So the question is, what is Dr. Dre's favorite cereal? Your options are A. Fruit Loops. B. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. C. Frosted Flakes. Those, of course, being the store brand version at Walmart, which are still called Frosted Flakes. Or D. Awesome Munchers.
Well, from my experience, I've had a lot of heroic endeavors, and for those endeavors, I have had dinner with many a rapper, Jay-Z included.
Really?
Jay-Z, in terms of cereal, he loves Cookie Crisp for dinner. But Dr. Dre, well, I haven't had dinner with him yet. But if I had to guess, what was that?
what would he like for dinner? If you're eating, let's say you have two options in front of you, right? One is an unspecified amount of money. Two is dinner with Dr. Dre. Pick his brain. What would he serve you?
I would have to go with the last option.
You're saying Awesome Munchers?
I would say he loves Awesome Munchers because he is awesome.
Dr. Dre is awesome. Will, what do you think about that?
You know, as he was talking, I was thinking about it, and I have to agree. I want to say Dr. Dre is pretty awesome, and he deserves a cereal that's just as awesome as he is. I have to say it's Awesome Munchers.
And you're locking that in?
I'm going to lock that in.
Well, my friend, you are correct. Dr. Dre's favorite cereal is Awesome Munchers. Sai, thank you so much for helping your dear friend Will.
I love Will.
Do you like any other companies or maybe countries?
I love Israel and Palestine.
That's right. You really can have your cake and eat it too.
I love Raytheon Technologies, and I am upset that they are leaving my home state.
That's right. It's a real tragedy here, but us New Englanders will somehow move forward. Sai, thank you so much for your time.
Now, Dallas, can I be honest with you?
You certainly can.
There's a reason I'm on this game show. I'm going to use that $5 that I win to convince Raytheon not to leave Sai's home state.
That is, without a doubt, the best reasoning anyone has ever had for being on this show.
Thank you.
This is why I love Will.
Thank you. Can we get a round of applause for Will, please? Everyone. Just a round of applause. The audience is going insane. Oh my goodness. Insane support. I'm seeing, looks like a flag with a star of some kind on it that's blue. That's so incredible. Question 3. What is the best part of Awesome Munchers? A, their awesome flavor. B, their great price. C, how good they taste. Or D, all of the above. Any thoughts, Will?
Give me just one sec. Oh my fucking god. Okay. When you said I was going to be shepherded, I was like looking forward to it, but okay. Whew. Well, that's a pretty hard question. Awesome Munchers, they are pretty greatly priced. I would say fairly reasonable. About one millionth of a Hellfire missile manufactured by Raytheon. And you really can't beat Awesome Munchers at that price. How good they taste. They taste, well, it's in the name. Awesome, right? You know, I think as I go down this list, there's really only one that stands out to me, and that is answer D, all of the above.
I'm not going to ask if you're locking that in. I know you're locking that in because you are correct. See, that kind of confidence is what we like to see in people who come on this show. People who come in, who know their shit, don't waste our time, and they just get to fucking business, all right? Thank you. Jesus Christ. Sorry, just some of the people that we get here. It's just too fucking much. Okay, and question 4. What is the best movie of all time? A, The Avengers. B, The Avengers Age of Ultron. C, Come and See. Or D, The Avengers Endgame.
Ooh. See, I've only seen 3 of those movies. The Avengers Age of Ultron, and The Avengers Endgame. I don't really know what that third one is, so I might have to use a lifeline on this one.
All right, and which lifeline are you using?
I'm going to phone an enemy.
Phone an enemy. All right. Well, we are going to come back in just a moment when you have someone who hates you on the phone. All right, and we have one of Will's most hated enemies, Ethan, with us today. Ethan, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Doing good. What is your personal feeling toward our contestant, Will?
I fucking hate him. I hate him so goddamn much.
Okay, how do you know him?
How do I know? That's a good question. I forgot.
It's a great question. That's
I
what I'm here
just know
for.
I hate him.
That's the important here, the important thing. Let's not miss the forest for the trees. Regardless of circumstance, he does fucking hate his guts, and that is why.
Bitch.
You really do. Wow, you really do. Which is why I think you're the best person to ask here. See, Will has a lot of money on the line, $5 to be exact, contingent upon him answering these questions. So I'm going to ask you the same question I just asked him. What is the best movie of all time? The options are A, The Avengers, B, The Avengers Age of Ultron, C, Come and See, or D, The Avengers Endgame.
I gotta say, probably the Avengers Age of Ultron.
Avengers Age of Ultron. Why is that? What's your thought process
They
there?
basically do a robot genocide in that one.
Okay. So you like it because it's kind of a movie that tackles genocide in some way.
Yeah, it really tackles it. They do one.
They do a genocide in that movie?
Yeah, you see any robots at the end of that one? I don't think so.
You don't. So, okay. So that is the best movie of all time, basically, because it does tackle the themes of genocide, fascism, etc. Will, what do you think about that?
Well, I have seen that movie, and they do tackle genocide better than maybe any other movie that I've ever seen.
Probably.
But Ethan is one of my most hated enemies. And there is another movie on this list that tackles genocide, and that is
Really?
Avengers Endgame. I don't know if you know a little character called Thanos. But
Okay.
he was doing some pretty awful genocide. Maybe the worst. So
Probably the
I'm going
worst.
to have to ignore Ethan's answer and go with Avengers Endgame.
Are you locking that in?
I'm going to lock that in.
That was the right choice, my friend. Avengers Endgame is the best movie of all time, primarily because it does tackle such intense themes as genocide and fascism, etc. Ethan, thank you so much for your time. Leave.
God
Get the hell out of here,
damn
Ethan.
it!
Get out of here.
Fuck you!
And moving on, we are on to question number 5. Which of the following is not a slogan that has been used by Quiznos? Your options are A, eat up, B, jack off and come, C, toasty, or D, I have a bomb and I am going to kill the president.
Ooh, that's a hard one. There's one thing I remember about Quiznos. It's that they really do have a bomb and are going to kill the president. That's the core feature of their marketing, of their sandwich philosophy. You know, it's what puts them up over Subway, in my opinion. It's the only sandwich company that really truly embraces domestic terrorism. But, you know, the last time I ate at Quiznos, the sandwich was not toasty at all. So, you know, I think I might have to say that the answer is C, toasty.
Are you locking that in?
I'm going to lock that in.
That is correct, my friend. They have never used that in any marketing campaigns. Everything else was used at one point by Quiznos. Moving right along, I will quickly note that at this point you have now passed half of our 10 questions, and you are up to $2.50. Do you want to walk now, or are you going for the big prize?
That $2.50, it could buy a lot of things. You know, 5 25-cent things, 2 $1 things.
You can buy 5 25-cent things with $2.50. You're right.
Wait, no, you can't. Oh,
You can.
well, I guess
No,
you can.
You can. No, you can. You really can.
I did the math wrong. But you know, like I said earlier, I'm going for that 5, and you know, it's really with altruistic intentions. You know, I've got kindness and gentleness in my heart, and that's why I work for Raytheon, and that's why I'm going to use that money to convince Raytheon to change and not leave Psy's home state.
That is right. And with that being said, we're going to move on right to question 6. The famous spokesman Jared Fogle of Subway is best known for his large A, pants, B, shoes, C, sexual misconduct allegations, or D, shirts?
Jared Fogle. He's
Jared
that
Fogle.
guy for Subway. Like I said,
Go ahead,
I'm
yeah.
more of a Quiznos man myself, so I really don't pay too much attention to the goings-on of Subway, publicity-wise. But, a guy like Jared Fogle, he lost all that weight. There's no way he could have any sexual misconduct allegations. It just doesn't make any sense.
Would make sense.
But, he was a big fat guy, and I feel like big fat guys have gout. Gout makes your feet swell up. So I think I might have to say that it's Jared Fogle's shoes that were large.
Locking that one in?
I think I'm going to lock that in.
You are on a warpath, my friend. Jared Fogle had some of the biggest shoes we on the show have ever seen. You are now up to $3 whole, and we are moving on to question number 7. Question 7. What is the best flavor of Glytch Energy? A, OA Slurp. B, Aim Assist. C, Azure Infusion. Or D, Predator?
As a gamer, as a Raytheon employee, we get exclusive access to a lot of Call of Duty games, a lot of exclusive mods, game modes, and I'm always gaming the night away. And if there's one thing that gets me through my nights of gaming, I would say it's a nice can of Glytch Energy, bottle, can, one of those.
You're a fan of both.
Yes, and all of these flavors. So I'll have to say, nothing really beats a crisp can of Aim Assist with that flavor that it's known for. But the name Predator really just stands out to me. So I think I'm going to have to go with Predator.
And you said the name stands out, but you've actually tried the flavor, right?
Oh, I've tried the flavor, and it's very flavorful.
That it is. And are you locking that answer in? You're going with D, Predator.
Predator. I do like Predator, but I think I'm going to have to last minute switch my answer. Go for OA Slurp, and I'm going to lock that in.
Well, you are correct. OA Slurp is the best flavor of Glytch Energy.
I was scared for a second there.
Well, I'm glad that you switched when you did. Predator, however, great flavor. Also an acceptable answer. Had to lock that one in. Moving right along, you're up to $3.50, and we are going to question number 8. What is our Glytch Energy discount code? Is it A, penis, B, penis dub, C, penis 1, or D, RIP Pop Smoke?
I'm not really a man to use a discount code. I'm, let's say, well off financially. I think I might use a lifeline on this one.
Okay, which one are you feeling?
Let's say I'm going to use, let's see, what do I have left?
You have the 100-0, and you have the switcheroo.
I think I'll use 100-0.
Okay, the 100-0 will narrow those answers down to D, RIP Pop Smoke.
All right, it's got to be RIP Pop Smoke then.
Are you locking that in?
I think I'm going to lock that in.
Well, my friend, you are correct. Our discount code for Glytch Energy is RIP Pop Smoke. That is for 10% off at checkout on all products and orders over $35. You do also get shipping on any order over $50. Please order now. That is at glitchenergy.gg. Thank you. All right, Will, you are up to $4 whole. And moving on to 2 of our final questions. Number 9. What is the name for a line of poetry with 12 syllables consisting regularly of 6 iambic feet with a pause after the third? A, sonnet. B, alexandrine. C, stanza. Or D, iambic pentameter?
Well, if there's anything I know about poetry, sonnet is not a line of poetry, but it's a name for an entire poem. Typically something that denotes affection. Shakespeare was famous for his many sonnets towards women, and maybe men.
Not men.
Now, iambic pentameter, the interesting thing to remember there is in the second word, penta, meaning 5. And so it couldn't consist of 6 iambic feet. It would have to consist of 5 iambic feet. Now, let's see, Alexandrine and stanza.
As a reminder, you do have 1 lifeline remaining, should you need it.
Alexandrine or stanza. Now, my
Could go
poetry
either
knowledge
way.
is broad, but it doesn't cover everything. I'm leaning towards Alexandrine, but I think I'll use my last lifeline.
You are using the switcheroo to replace this question with another?
Yes.
Okay, switcheroo it is. Your new question. What was the answer to the previous question? A. Sonnet. B. Alexandrine. C. Stanza. Or D. Iambic pentameter.
Let's see. The answer to the previous question. Now, let's see. Watchers of the show will remember I was close. I think it's time for me to make a decision. I'm going to go with Alexandrine, and I'm going to lock that in.
Well, I'm sorry to say, you are on to our final question on Do You Want to Get $5, which is the name of the show. With that, you are now up to $4.50. You are, of course, free to walk at any time, but how are you feeling about the final question?
That last question, it took a lot out of me. You know, I think I might have, I might have made some mistakes here on this show, used all my lifelines, and I'm just hoping that last question is something really, something that I've got right here, but I could walk, but like I said, I'm here for a friend, so I'm going to stay.
A noble man, a truly noble man. And with that, we are going on to question number 10. This is for all the marbles. Question 10. What is the most awesome Drake song? A. Fake Love. B. Hotline Bling. C. Girls Want Girls. Or D. God's Plan.
Man, that walk option, it's looking tempting. It's picking between Drake songs. I mean, Drake, right?
Drizzy, as the certified
Hard to
lover
narrow
boy.
it down, These are all amazing. I mean, but there's one that stands out to me, and it's my ringtone, Hotline Bling. I know when that hotline bling, it can only mean one thing. It's another Raytheon contract. So it's got to be hotline bling.
And you're locking that in?
I think I'll lock it in.
Will, I know, personally, when that hotline bling, it can only mean one thing. You, my friend, have just won $5 whole. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. Woo!
$5. Ladies and gentlemen, this is proof your dreams can come true on daytime television. Will, what are you going to use that money for now that you have $5 whole and probably less after tax?
Baby, I'm going on freaking vacation. Screw that other
Going
guy.
on vacation. Okay, well maybe not, okay, well what, okay, maybe you should, okay, what would you have done if you're not going on vacation, which you shouldn't go on vacation?
Well, I don't know. Drive my car off a bridge, probably.
Okay. Did you have maybe any more altruistic ideas for that $5?
Any? No. So it was all a front.
It was a front. Okay, that's fair. Hey, you won, right? I'm just the host. You are our winner. And I need to say a very big congratulations to you, of course, on your winning. Is there anyone that you wanted to thank? Any maybe people, companies, and industries, etc.?
Well,
Countries?
I want to thank Phenicie Esports for bringing me on this amazing game show. I want to thank, God, the Most High, Baha'u'llah. I'm Baha'i. That's my bit. And, other than that, I can't really think of anyone else.
No one else? No countries? Maybe companies?
Countries.
Like a blue
Well,
star
I'd like
kind
to thank, let's see, maybe the great state of Israel for
We love 'em
buying
here.
so many Raytheon weapons for self-defense. And I think that's probably about it.
Well, what could be said that hasn't already been said? Will, you have done a fantastic job, and congrats. I hope that $5 carries you far. And ladies and gentlemen at home, this has been another exciting, climactic episode of Who Wants to Get $5? Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Penis Esports for your chance to compete and win the big old prize. Have a good night, America. We will see you next time.